We all should avoid complacency and getting too comfortable with the status quo. In whatever terms you define success, it has been said that to be successful, you have to be uncomfortable, because often you have to do what you don't feel like doing or being. It takes work, sacrifices, and perseverance to be successful. And again, I want to emphasize, whatever your definition of success may be, I have found that you have to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. On a personal note, many years ago, one of my male coworkers, who is a genius at what he does and a graduate of this fine university, shared with me that I had 5 strikes against me in terms of being an executive leader or CEO type. And then later he added a 6th strike. Of course, I've never forgotten our conversation. He said that my gender and race were 2 of the 5 strikes against me in the advancement of my career, and he added my age as a strike 3, because then I was supervising administrators who were older than I. Then he mentioned my education was the 4th strike, because I had chosen to continue to educate myself beyond my undergraduate degree from Virginia State University to obtaining my master's degrees from both UVA and VCU, and had not even at that time completed my doctoral studies at Virginia Tech. That there were people, co-workers, who were jealous. The young folks would refer to them as haters. At that time, even now, my salary is viewed as a 5th strike because people don't always value the work that you do as a school administrator, because they don't know what it is we do in central office to support the work that's being done at the school sites. Only later to add that my 6th strike is that I am vertically challenged and that most female executives are much taller than I. Well, I didn't quite know how to respond, but I did value his honesty and that he felt comfortable enough about our relationship to share the 6 strikes with me. I had to decide how I was going to respond, internalize, and react to these 6 strikes. This was during the time when General Colin Powell had just written his bestseller, It Worked for Me in Life and Leadership, which included his 13 rules of life. So I produced my 5 rules of life to assist me in dealing with my 6 strikes. Number 1, stay in faith. I am a believer and I have witnessed miracles. So I give God all the glory and lean on these 3 P's, which are that God has a plan, a purpose, and a promise to never leave us or forsake us. Rule 2, attitude determines altitude. And having the positive attitude can open many doors and opportunities. Number 3, always take the high road and do the right thing. 4, love learning. Education is the great equalizer, and it levels the playing field. And 5, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And like my coworker, I added a 6th professionally. When I have any decision to make, I put what is best for children first. These are my rules of life. A commonality that we share is just yesterday at approximately 2:30 p.m. I graduated from Virginia Tech with my doctorate degree. Thank you. Thank you. So I, too, am a member of the class of 2018. Unlike you, it was a 17-year journey. You might say, wow, it took her that long? Yes, but I made the decision based on the circumstances that were happening in my life at that time. In 2000, I was accepted in the program, successfully completed the coursework, and spent the 5 weeks during the summer of orientation and residency in Blacksburg. My son Mario was 13, and when I returned home from Tech, the superintendent offered me a position as assistant superintendent of both instruction and personnel. I was to monitor instruction, my love, and lead the personnel department for the entire school division, which was unfamiliar work for me. I preyed on the challenge of being a mother of a 13-year-old and risked losing him, literally to the streets, as a young, impressionable black male in America, and assuming the new position as the head of the personnel department. So through much deliberation, prayer, I decided to let the doctoral work go and be there for my son as he entered his high school years and accepted the new personnel position. It gives me great pleasure to inform you that about 17 years later, with limited money and no time, and at 58 years old, I defended my dissertation and was awarded my degree yesterday on my mom's 95th birthday. A real clap for Mama. But the story doesn't end there. Like Dr. Pano told you, my son Mario will be graduating from UMW with his undergrad degree tomorrow in Ball Circle. All that to say, throughout your life, there are going to be decisions to make and challenges to face. What is more challenging than the nation and times that confront us today? So many images that question the morality and civility of our country and the world. As scholars, I'm going to ask you to self-reflect on your role and responsibilities as citizens of these United States. My charge to you as you continue on your career journey, in the workplace, and in your personal life. Where there is contention, you be a peacemaker. Where there is deceit, you speak truth. Where there is despair, you bring hope. Where there is fear, bring faith. Where there is darkness, bring light. Where there's sadness, bring joy. In the Bible, it says that there are 3 types of people in the world and how you interact with individuals who are in need. One type will just pass you by, pass the downtrodden by. A second type will step on the downtrodden and make matters worse for him or her. And the third will lift him or her up. Which one are you? Again, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Congratulations and blessings to you, the 2018 graduate class of the University of Mary Washington.